Sweets, it's Destiny with Destiny's Pops. So I'm here to show you guys how to properly cut a Destiny's Pops cake. And so all of our cakes are very tall. They're mostly 5 layers. So whether you get a 6-inch, 8-inch, or 9-inch cake, all of them are 5 layers. So which means they're really tall cakes. This cake here in particular is 6 layers. So I'm going to show you guys how to properly cut the cake, especially with it being a tall cake. Some people can be very intimidated by tall cakes. They don't know how to cut it, where to start. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So the first thing you want to do is, if you do have florals or anything that is not edible on your cake, you want to remove all those things first. So we're going to start by doing that. You just want to simply put those somewhere to the side. You don't want that in the way at all when you're cutting your cake, because it can get inside of the cake when you're cutting it. So I'm just going to remove all those pieces. Okay, now that the cake is completely blank, you have a beautiful blank canvas, we are now going to cut it. So you want to get you a long cake knife. As you can see, it's super long, and then it has like ridges on the opposite side, but it's a really long. This is going to help you get the right angle on how to properly cut the cake, right? So some people cut their cakes and what they just call it the original cake slice, which is like from here to here. We're gonna do the wedding cake slice cut, and through that way we're gonna be cutting straight down, okay? And you want to give it a nice chunk, so not starting too much on the edge, but giving it some space in between. So about, I want to say about two inches or so. I'm gonna have a cake board, and then, like I said, your cake knife. The knife is on the angle on where you're gonna cut, and that the cake board is on the edge of the cake so it can catch it when it does fall. So as you can see, I'm just going straight down. And it may fall. Just like that. So what I just showed you was a bad example of that you cut too much on the edge. You want to give it a nice chunk. So like I said, about 2 to 3 inches wide, okay? Then the cake board is angled off of the cake, so when we do cut it, the cake will fall on the cake board. So again, I'm going to cut it at about 2 to 3 inches wide. You just want to go straight down. Do not release pressure until you get to the edge of the cake. And just like that, you see? So as you can see, you have the 6 layers here. Typically with the Destiny's Pops cake, you will have 5 layers. So what we're going to do now is, you want to make sure that your knife is clean throughout the entire cutting process. And then if you want to get more slices out of the cake, you can cut again to the side, and then that gives you 4 nice sizes. Just like that. See that? Doesn't that look beautiful? So that is how you cut a Destiny's Pops cake. Again, most of our cakes are very tall, so they're 5 layers, and we do recommend that you cut them the wedding cake style cut, and not the original cut. So make sure you check that out, and I hope you enjoy it and order with us soon. Thanks.